more people unmanned by Donald Trump. I think this is the clearest debate so far. I think, and I'm just strictly talking politics here, guys. I'm not talking policy. That's so because
there was no policy.
Yeah, talking policy is moot, right? They're all maniacs, right? So Chris Christie just bragged about how he would cut Social Security and Medicare. He didn't say it that way. He said, "I'm going to save Social Security and Medicare by cutting $1 trillion from it." Right?
It's like how he saves one donut out of every dozen.
So no. When he takes out $1 trillion from Social Security and Medicare, I want you to understand this. He's taking $1 trillion out of your pocket. $1 trillion. That was money that was going to go to Social Security and Medicare. That's you guys.
Yes.
That you would have gotten that, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to policy, they were all animals. One of them is, I'm going to carpet bomb the Middle East. They're having a debate about which Muslims we should ban. And all of them agreed, the ones that are the most desperate, running away from ISIS. And then they have inane ideas like, well, if there's no refugee problem in a country, then we can let the refugees in.
I know, it's incredible. No, it's amazing how much of a pass Saudi Arabia gets because they do business with us. The government in Saudi Arabia can literally chop people's heads off, but they're not considered savages because there's a vested interest to work with them. But Syrian refugees that are trying to leave the violence in their own country for some peace, to save their families, no, we can't let them in the country.
Yeah, you know who we might have considered, about letting into the country? The Saudis that these guys love so much before 9/11, because 15 out of the 19 9/11 hijackers were not from Syria, they were not refugees, they were Saudis.
Don't talk about that.
But to be fair to Bush, he did definitely, right after the attacks, escort them out of the country. He took their family members, he took their friends, and got them on private jets to make sure they were safe and that we couldn't interrogate them, ask them questions, and flew them back to Saudi Arabia. We're talking about dangerous people from the Middle East. Those are your best buddies, Republicans. You guys are the ones that did that. So now you want to kick people who are down and pretend you're a tough guy, when in fact our lives were on the line before 9/11. You're the one who let the most dangerous people in and then protected them afterwards. So let's just be absolutely clear about that. Now, in terms of what's happening on the politics side of this, Rubio's blah, blah, blah on the VAT tax, and Kasich's like, budget, ninja fruit tax, no budget, right? Chris Christie's like, I'm a former federal prosecutor, la, la, la. And what is Trump doing? As usual. Fist firmly planted on the table. Me strong, you weak, Jeb Bush. And Jeb Bush goes, come on, give me a break.
I mean, but what about the
Your impression of Trump is actually spot on. That's the way he talks.
No, soon he's going to get the crowd chanting, Trump, 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 Trump. He's going to have one of these guys escorted from the stage.
Yeah.
Jeb and Cruz might as well have been escorted from the stage the way he unmanned them.
It's like Donald Trump is Bill Cosby, and the crowd is I don't know what I'm saying, but
I know Ben Carson's the one that's
Trump is a
asleep.
rapist.
That's it.
That's what you're saying.